Hi, welcome all my students in the new topic. Today we have picked a very important topic, that is the valuation of the goodwill in the case of the retirement of the partner. So you all know that in the retirement what is to be done, that one person is going to leave the partnership, and when he leaves the partnership it means he is going to retire with his share. He is actually leaving his share, and that leave share is actually acquired by the existing partner. So it means that the person who is acquiring, the person who is already be the partner of the partnership, they are actually acquiring the share of the living partner. Who is actually gaining the acquired share of the living partner? Those person has to compensate the person who is leaving the partnership in the form of the goodwill. So it is very important to valuation and calculation of the goodwill at the time of the retirement. So today we will try to understand the topic, that is how the goodwill is to be evaluated. Okay, so there are the basic three ways how you will evaluate your goodwill in the chapter of the topic of the retirement. So first, when the goodwill does not appear in the books. Okay, first is when the goodwill does not appear in the books, how you will calculate the goodwill. Second, when the goodwill appear in the books of accounts. Second one is when the goodwill appear in the books of account, and third one is the hidden goodwill. So these are basically the three ways you can evaluate your goodwill for the case of the retirement. One by one we will do it. So what do we mean by when the goodwill does not appear in the books? It means that in this we have other three methods to solve or calculate or evaluate the goodwill. Okay, now what do you mean by? Basically you should first understand what is the meaning of when the goodwill does not appear in the books and when the goodwill appear in the books. So when the goodwill does not appear in the books means the goodwill is not appearing in the balance sheet. Okay, you know in the goodwill chapter that goodwill are of the two types. First, that is the your self-generated goodwill, and second, that is the purchased goodwill. Self-generated goodwill has no value in the appear in the balance sheet, because that is self-generated. You have not paid any value for goodwill. You have created that. Okay, it means that the value of the goodwill will not appear in the balance sheet, but the present value, there must be some present value. On basis of that present value, you do the compensation is done on the basis of the present value. Okay. Second point is that when the goodwill appear in the books, it means that it must be your purchased goodwill. Because when you purchase some running business, you have to pay the value of that. So because you have paid the value of the business, in the case of the goodwill, it must be appear in the books of account in the balance sheet. So it means there are two ways. First is when the value of the goodwill, the amount of the goodwill does not appear in the balance sheet, in the books of account. And the second part is when the value of the goodwill is appear in the books of accounts. It means it may be the self-generated goodwill. That's why the amount of the goodwill does not appear in the balance sheet. And it must be the goodwill appear because accounting section 26 says that when there is the goodwill which is purchased, you have paid something for the name of goodwill. It means that is the purchased goodwill, and that amount must be appear in the balance sheet. So these are the two forms. Third one, we will also read about what do you mean by the hidden goodwill, because these three aspects plays a very important role for the valuation of the goodwill, for the calculation of the goodwill at the time of the retirement. So if we talk about the first point, that is when the goodwill does not appear in the books of account, it means the goodwill does not be present in the balance sheet. We have the three sub parts. First, we can calculate or we can pass the entry for calculating or calculating the compensation. That is in the way of first, that is when goodwill account is not raised in the books of account. It means it is a very simple method. You need not to make the goodwill account raised. Okay, it means that simply you have to calculate the gaining ratio. As you all know that how to calculate the gaining ratio. That is the new minus old, because new share must be the bigger one from the old one. You will get that, and you, with the help of that you will have the gaining partner and the retiring partner. Okay, the gaining partner has to pay the compensation in the form of the goodwill to the retiring partner. So there are the two partners, one is the gaining and other is the retiring. With the help of these, you will pass the entry. What will be the entry when you will not raise the goodwill in the books of account? Simply, that is with the help of the gaining ratio, you will pass only a one entry for the paying the compensation of the goodwill to the going partner, to the retiring partner by the existing partner or the old partner. So what will be the entry? That will be the gaining partner account debit to retiring partner. Now why this gaining partner is debiting? Because their gaining partner's capital account will be debited, because they are actually giving the compensation to the retiring partner, and capital account is always be debited when it is from that account it is the amount is going out. So it means gaining partner capital account will be debited to retiring partner with the gaining ratio. Here the retiring partner's capital account will be credited, because to the extent of that amount he is taking the compensation from the gainer. Who become the gainer? Just because of he is leaving the share, they have to pay the amount of that extent to the retiring partner. So this is the one method, that is when the goodwill does not raised, when the goodwill account does not raise. Without raising the account, you are just settling or adjusting the retiring partner's account and the existing partner. Second part is, that is B part, that is when the goodwill is raised at the full value and written off. Here you are to open the goodwill account. First you open, and in the second entry you will write it off. It means what you want to do is you have to show the goodwill account here. Okay, what will be the entry? You need to pass the two entry. First is, that is the goodwill account debit to all partner. So in the first entry, all partner will be going to debited. All partner means the retiring partner also. In what ratio? It will be the current value of the goodwill and also with the old ratio. I am repeating that goodwill account is debited to the all partners capital account with the old ratio. First entry by raising the goodwill, and then goodwill account you are going to be write off. How? Continuing partner account debit to goodwill account. Second entry you will pass that the continuing partner means who is now existing in the partnership. Here the retiring partner will not come, only the existing partner will come. So the second entry you will pass the continuing partner account debiting with the to goodwill account with the new ratio. Okay, so you can say that by raising the goodwill account means in the first entry you are just showing the goodwill account on the debit side, and on the second entry you are passing this entry by crediting the goodwill account. But when you see this, in a one you are going to write off. In a one side the goodwill is debiting and the other side the goodwill is crediting. Okay. Now the third point is when the goodwill account is raised to the extent of retiring partner and write off. Here it is actually just a mix of these two. Okay, you are to also take a gaining ratio. You need to have a gaining ratio also, and also you are to open, and one you open the account of the goodwill, and in the second one in the second account, in the second entry you will going to write off the goodwill account. In how you will pass the entry? In this goodwill account, first entry will be goodwill account debit to retiring partner. Okay, with the extent. So the share of the retiring partner in the current value. How much will be the share of retiring partner? You will take that, and what will be the entry? Goodwill account debit to the retiring partner. This will be the first entry. Okay, it means because we are doing the third method where the goodwill account is raised to the extent of retiring partner. That's why we pass the entry goodwill account debit to retiring partner, and the second entry will be gaining partner account debit to goodwill. See also here in the first entry we debiting the goodwill account, and in the second entry we are crediting the goodwill account. It means in the first we raise and in the second we write off. Okay, and this entry will be gaining partner account debit to goodwill will also be with the gaining ratio. So these are the three methods when the goodwill does not appear in the books. Okay, first will be the goodwill account is not raised. Simply you have to take a gaining ratio. Okay, then the goodwill account is raised in full and write off. The full value of the goodwill account is raised and then write off. And the third one is the goodwill account is raised but in the extent of the retiring partner. Okay, now come to the second point, that when the goodwill appear in the books of accounts, it means it must be the purchased goodwill. That's why it is appearing in the balance sheet. Okay, when there is a purchased goodwill, when the goodwill account is appearing in the balance sheet, it means you are actually having the two values of goodwill. First value that is already appear in the books of account, and the second value which is a present value of the goodwill. What you have to do is you should be very much clear about that. The amount which is there present in the balance sheet, you are to just what you have to do is to write off that. You are how you will do it? The amount which is appearing in the balance sheet, you are to pass with this entry. You are to just write off that all partners account debit to goodwill. Here for the amount which is there in the present in the balance sheet, okay, you have to pass this entry by the old profit sharing ratio, and the entry will be all partners account debit to goodwill. It is, I am repeating it, it is only for that goodwill which is appearing in the books of account, that is balance sheet, because that is actually the amount you paid at the time of when you purchase the running business or you purchase the business. Okay, now the second goodwill which will be the present goodwill, the value of the present goodwill, and only that value of the present value of the goodwill is to be taken care for calculation of the retiring partner and the compensation given to the retiring partner. This is to be only pass the entry by all partners account debit to the goodwill. It is for the amount which you have paid in the past for the purchase of the business. Okay, so this is only to pass this entry, and I am repeating that the present value of the goodwill is to be very important for the calculation of the compensation paid to the retiring partner. Okay, now talk about the hidden goodwill. Hidden goodwill means when the existing partner just settle the account by giving the lump sum amount of the amount in the excess of the capital. After adjusting the capital basis on the reserves, profit and the gain. What do you mean by the hidden goodwill? It means, in a simple word, what will be the value of the capital, excess value of the adjusted value of the capital. Okay, and how much they are giving excess to that adjusted capital. excess adjusted capital, that will be the hidden goodwill. So what will be the entry? Entry will be the existing partner account debit to retiring partner. The entry will be they who are giving the compensation to the retiring partner, their account will be debiting, and who are receiving as a compensation, their account will be crediting. It means here the retiring partner must be the will get the compensation. So here it means, suppose if the going partners adjusted capital become 2,30,000. Suppose if after adjusting all his capital, means its capital and reserves and surpluses, everything when we settle, the amount become 1,30,000, and the existing partner has decided to give that going partner more of it. It means his share, the adjusted capital of the going partner become 2,30,000. Okay, but they decided to 2,30,000. Okay, so but they decided to give the 2,50,000. Okay, now see what will be the excess. It means the going partner's adjusted capital amount become 2,30,000, but the remaining partner decide to give the person 2,50,000. It means what should be the more excess? That is how much excess they are giving to going partner, that is 20,000. That 20,000 is become the hidden goodwill that has to be given by the existing partner to the retiring partner. That's why we say that amount paid in lump sum in excess of the capital after adjusting his capital basis on the reserve, profit and gain. So you want to be very much clear about how much excess is given to the going partner after the adjustment of all the capital adjustment. It means here in this his capital already the reserve has already added, the surpluses is already added, everything is adjusted. After that, how much will be his amount decided is how much they are giving excess. That excess become the hidden goodwill, and that has to be paid by the existing partner. And the what will be the transaction, what will be the entry? That will be existing partner capital account debit to the retiring partner, and how they will decide to give in their gaining ratio. So these are the points which should be very much take care about to calculation of goodwill. So it means that there are basically two when the goodwill does not appear in the books, then when the goodwill appear in the books, and one more is that is the hidden goodwill. When the goodwill does not appear in the books of account, then you have the three ways. That is when the goodwill is not raised. Okay, in the books of account, you will have to take simply the gaining ratio, calculate the gaining ratio and do it by passing only a one entry. Then second one is the goodwill is raised in full. Full means the full amount of the goodwill you are need to open the goodwill account, and the second you are to just write off it. The way which is I have already explained you that the current value of the goodwill with the old ratio. Okay, in a first you will debiting the goodwill account, in the second entry you are crediting the goodwill account, and the third case here you are just raising the goodwill account in the extent of the going partner only. Okay, so here also the goodwill account is debiting in one, and in the second the goodwill account is crediting, but not with the full value, but with the extent of the going partner. So this is the three part of the first. Second, when the goodwill appear in the books of account, means it must be the purchase goodwill and it must be appearing in the balance sheet. You need to write off this by debiting all partners account debit to the goodwill. This is the actually goodwill. You are just passing this entry for the amount which is existing in the balance sheet. It is not calculated for the calculation of the compensation. You need to see the what is the present value of the goodwill. All the calculation should be on basis of that. And the third one is the hidden goodwill. I have also explained you that it is the excess. How much excess the existing partner is giving to the retiring partner after adjustment of all the capital, after adjustment of the capital account of the retiring partner. Okay, so this is all about the valuation of goodwill. You will be clear all this logic and formulas of it when you do it by yourself, and how much you will practice all these questions related to these, you will be more mastery of it. So it's accounts is a subject, it is not understand, and you will not develop your logics until and unless you will not do the numerical question. So numerical questions are very important. Do practice at your home and do more and more sum to make a mastery on it. Okay.